I'm Michelle Mabori, and this is Kitco News coming to you from the Masari Mainnet Conference in New York City. And we are continuing our conversation with Chris Perkins, the CEO of CoinFund. Now, CoinFund invested in a rather controversial cryptocurrency project in 2022 when they invested in WorldCoin. WorldCoin is a project led by Sam Altman, the brains behind ChatGPT. And the project uses metallic orbs placed around the globe to scan people's eyeballs in exchange for a new cryptocurrency and World ID signups. Now, more than 2 million people have already visited the orbs, giving up their biometric data for a small amount of this new world token, or WLD.
It scans your eyeball, and there's an app that you open, and as you process through the app, it will scan your eyeball and it will essentially hash. So it will take that data and turn it into a unique footprint, and then it will issue it to you via your phone. The biometrics are not kept on the orb, but that unique hash, unique to yourself, is something that you have. And so you're able to operate in this internet economy with a unique identifier that represents it's you and you're a person, but it does not keep your biometric data.
This project has created a lot of controversy, certainly in the countries that it's been underway for a longer period of time, with concern about collection of biometric data. That's not personally my concern, and we'll get to that. But it has received a lot of pushback with regards to maintaining the privacy of this biometric data in a centralized facility or a centralized project, right? Why should people not be concerned about that?
Again, they don't store data.
But I believe when you sign, you give consent to either have your data stored or not have it stored, and you can consent to have it stored when you sign up.
Right. So, I mean, it's very easy to not consent to have your data stored. And so I don't think they're forcing anyone to do that.
But the people that sign, I consent, then their data gets stored.
But if you don't consent, then don't.
But is it one of those things where you really have to read the fine print and it's an automatically I consent unless I tick it off type of thing? Is it a default?
No, it's not a default.
I mean, you get these contracts and you're scrolling through and just say accept terms.
No, it's very simple. I would love to invite you to our office and we can go through the process.
I may take you up on that. Again, it's not that I'm afraid of biometric data. As I told you before we started the interview, I participate in Clear because of the advantages. I've participated working at Bloomberg, where I had to give my thumbprint to log onto my Bloomberg terminal. It's not a biometric data issue. As we discussed earlier, when you go into border control, you have to give your fingerprints. People have my data already. The issue when it comes to this kind of mass gathering is the link to a digital ID. And a universal digital ID that centralizes all of your information and then links it to a central bank digital currency or some other access to your money, even if it's not a central bank digital currency in the interim, and a social credit score and a carbon credit score, a how climate friendly you are score, and all of those dystopian Orwellian scenarios that can spiral very quickly when you have a digital ID, which allows tremendous oversight, tremendous control, which comes with that lack of anonymity and lack of privacy.
I couldn't agree with you more.
But with the separation of the other data, there's decentralization of personal data in a way, right? I mean, I get that it's being gathered, but my passport is a separate document from my driver's license. Which is a separate document from my birth certificate, from my health records. It's not all collectively assembled and then linked to my bank account. And if that is the direction that we're moving in, there is concern that operations like WorldCoin could help facilitate that. Like, how do people know that if they participate in the WorldCoin project, that somehow does not get purchased, co-opted by a governmental organization that is looking to make this universal digital ID?
I don't see the correlation, honestly. Because what WorldCoin allows you to do is prove that you're a human being. right? And they do not maintain biometrics data, right?